Welcome to the NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia Challenge here on the Greg Cherry brand YouTube and across the NoDQ galaxy. I am, of course, your host with the most, the West Coast Professor Jeff Meacham. Joining me, as always, we have a great challenger lined up today, and, of course, the champion. We'll get to him momentarily. First of all, the challenger. He is a longtime friend of the Jeff Meacham Network, as well as NoDQ.com in general. Great promoter of ours, which I greatly appreciate, of course. And the host of Fight Talk on his podcast network, as well as many other streams and whatnot. Steven Jensen, welcome officially to the NoDQ family, if you will. You're on one of our own shows, brother. I love having you here, man.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on, man. I've told you before, I've been familiar with NoDQ.com since they were before with NoDQ, and it was like WWF, WCW.com or something like that.
Yep, very good.
So yeah, I'm longtime fan. I've had you on my podcast a few times, which I always appreciate. And Greg has been coming in to watch my recent live chats with my friend Jessi Davin that we've been doing recently. So happy to be a part of this. Happy to finally get on the trivia challenge and against a very formidable champion. Obviously, Greg has had the title for a long time now. I'm not necessarily. I have confidence, but I mean, I feel like I'm in a win-win situation because I feel like there's no way anyone's supposed to beat this guy. So I'm just going in. I'm going in like if I beat him, that's great. If I don't, at least I gave it a shot. So that's how I'm approaching this.
There you go. Well, let's not inflate the ego too much because, as you can see in the other shot, the championship is held on high for the reigning, defending. Oh Lord, here we go. Undefeated for 2 years now, plus undisputed NoDQ.com as well as other wrestling trivia champion, Greg. This may be the most intricate intro yet for the champion.
Hey, this is the most intricate one. I have props and everything. But,
that's it, man.
Of course, the dog barks, but who cares?
Of course, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, Steven, it's good to see you. On this side of the video screen, obviously, you and Jessi do the live streams, which I've contributed to. Good stuff, as always. But, like you said, this is, in the words of Paige, this is my house. And as champion for as long as I've been, I'm ready for the challenge.
All right.
There you go. And, of course, with any contest of wits and skill, if you will, there are a few rules. And let's go to the rules right now.
Hi, I'm Sarah Pribis, and here are the rules for the NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia Challenge. Each game consists of 20 questions. Starting with the champion, the players take turns alternating between the 20 questions. Each contestant has 10 seconds to answer each question, and a contestant gets a point per correctly answered question. If a contestant incorrectly answers their question, the opponent has an opportunity to provide a correct answer. If both contestants fail to answer correctly, no one gets the point for that question. Each contestant has the opportunity to skip one of their own questions for an alternate question without penalty. The opponent cannot answer a skipped question, but can answer the alternate question if the initial player answers that one incorrectly. The first contestant to reach 10 points, or whoever has the most points after all 20 questions have been asked, will be declared the NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia Challenge champion. In the event of a tie, a special tiebreaker will take place until one contestant wins the game. Now, let's ring the bell and get this match started.
There you go. Once again with the rules, thank you so much. I appreciate it. As always, Greg with the hookup. Gotta love it, man. It's good stuff, brother. So, all right. You heard the rules. I'm not going to waste anybody else's time. Let's get this thing started. Greg, of course, you are the champion, so you get question 1. The Great American Bash was first produced as a WWE pay-per-view in what year? 10 seconds. Go.
2004.
That is correct. Very good, sir. All right. Speaking of Greg's intro, Steven, advertised as the first TLC match on network television, what made TLC 3 different than the previous 2 matches before it? 10 seconds, go.
What? That Kane did the match by himself? There was no...
That is incorrect. That was actually TLC 4.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Greg, 10 seconds, go.
There were 4 teams.
Yes. I figured a month difference between the 2 would, throw you off, but, oh well.
I was going to say, I know I missed the Andre question shortly after we recorded it. I wasn't going to forget that one.
Yeah. Well, the fact that I got you over that episode so much because I was there kind of, sticks in your craw, I guess.
Yeah.
So, all right. Back to Greg. Question number 3. Who won the first WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania 34? 10 seconds. Go.
Naomi.
That is correct. Steven. Who is the longest reigning WWF/WWE Light Heavyweight Champion as recognized by current WWE record books? 10 seconds. Go.
Oh my gosh. Taka Michinoku.
That is incorrect. Greg, any question repeated?
Nope.
10 seconds. Go.
Gilbert.
Dwayne Gill, that is correct.
He had it for that long, didn't he? Oh my
He had
gosh.
it for over a year.
I knew I
Almost
wow.
2 years, which is redonkulous.
Yeah.
That's
In fact,
right.
Dwayne Gill has one of the longest title reigns in WWE history.
Yeah. Considering his inauspicious return to the company, the Survivor Series, it was like, it actually became a thing. Like, it really happened.
Yeah.
All to poke fun at Billy Boy, which I don't mind, frankly.
Right.
So. All right, Greg. In May of 2014, Dean Ambrose defended the WWE US Championship in a 20-man battle royal, albeit unsuccessfully. Who won that match and became the new US champion? 10 seconds. Go.
Sheamus.
Very good, sir. Correct.
Battle Royal questions. I love them so much.
Yeah. Randomized bullshit. Anyway, all right, here we go. So, all right.
That's how it goes sometimes.
It does. Steven, which game show host was a celebrity guest ring announcer at WrestleMania 7? 10 seconds. Go.
WrestleMania 7. Vanna White.
Say it again.
Then Vanna White. I just threw out a name.
That is incorrect, although she's a game show hostess, so you know what? It's a healthy guess. Greg, you got a question repeated?
Nope.
10 seconds. Go.
Alex Trebek.
That's correct.
Back. It took me everything in my power not to say Bob Barker because I knew it wasn't him, but jeez.
But all 3 of them have made appearances.
Right, I know. Darn.
The fact that Bob Barker doesn't have a WrestleMania moment is a tragedy.
Well, he was so good as a Raw host.
Oh, he
I know.
was the best. Oh,
He
absolutely.
was. Yeah, he's the best they brought into that initiative, without question. All right. Speaking of WrestleMania, Greg.
Okay.
WWE Hall of Famer Torrie Wilson and her inductor Stacy Keibler competed in what kind of match at No Mercy 2001, the first of its kind in WWE history? 10 seconds. Go.
Lingerie pillow fight.
That is incorrect. Would you like the question repeated, Steven?
Just what was the date on it?
No Mercy 2001.
I'm gonna just go with bra and panties.
That is also incorrect. Greg, you got a little too specific. It was a lingerie match, not a lingerie pillow fight. There was no pillow fighting involved. I mean, I'm sure there was, but it wasn't called lingerie pillow fight.
Right.
So
That's fine.
they branded it simply as lingerie match, and they made a big deal about calling it the first of its kind in history. So it was a big marketing thing. So, all right. So we go from the tawdry to the not so tawdry. Steven, according to Spotify,
There we go.
which WWE Hall of Famer used a theme called Eyes of Righteousness during his 2002 run on SmackDown? 10 seconds. Go.
Eyes of Righteousness in 2002. Mordecai.
Say it again.
Mordecai. Kevin.
That is incorrect. Greg, you need a question repeated?
No.
10 seconds. Go.
Reverend Devon.
Oh my God.
That is correct.
I
I believe Mordecai was a
Devon
2004
question,
creation.
Happy to.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Mordecai was a 2004 creation because,
Yeah, I figured he was a little bit later on, but I was just trying to think of like a gimmick that, right, something like that. But it's tough.
Absolutely.
Tough.
Now,
All right.
now he's selling houses on HGTV.
That's right. Which, you know, he wouldn't sell in WWE, so he might as well sell houses.
Damn.
Sorry, Kev. Love you. Number 9. Back to Greg. At which pay-per-view did Evolution walk out with all the championships available to them? 10 seconds. Go.
Armageddon 2003.
That's correct. A score check for Mikey here before I move on to the next question. Maybe?
Technically, they had a couple, but you know.
The first.
Two, but they won them all at Armageddon.
Right. All right. Steven, this one's a little long-winded, so bear with me, but just listen carefully.
Sure.
On an earlier episode of the Wrestling Trivia Challenge, I mentioned that the Big Show is the only man to have held the WCW World Title, the WWE Championship, the WWE Big Gold Belt World Heavyweight Championship, and the ECW Championship. So those 4 titles.
Right.
Which 2 former world champions currently under WWE contract each fall 1 championship short of completing that particular quartet, despite having competed for all brands in which those belts were contested? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. I just wanted to just clarify which 4 championships, please.
The WWE Championship, the one that goes back to Buddy Rogers and Bruno. The big gold WWE belt that goes back to Hunter in 2002. The WCW Championship from 91 to 01. And the ECW Championship.
Okay.
So which 2 former world champions currently under contract to WWE fall 1 short, each fall 1 short of that quartet?
And they would have had to work for the companies at that time to even have a chance to win the title.
That is correct.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
All right. 10 seconds. Go.
Currently under WWE contract. Oh my God. Yeah. It's on you, Greg. What do you got?
Greg, 10 seconds. Or do you want any more clarification, or are you good?
Can you repeat it? Like I'm trying to like process everything.
Okay. So, as I mentioned on the previous episode, which hasn't aired yet for Steven, but the Big Show is currently the only man in history to have held the long-reigning WWE Championship that goes back to 1963,
Yeah.
the WWE World Championship that was contested between 2002 and 2013 as the Big Gold Belt,
Right.
the WCW Championship between 91 and 2001, and the ECW Championship. So those 4 titles are in play. There are 2 former world champions currently under contract at WWE that have held 3 of those 4. Who are they? It's basically what I'm going for.
Okay.
10 seconds. Go.
I can't even give you a guess. I was gonna say Rey Mysterio, but I think he only held 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Kane, but it didn't work for WCW during the time.
Actually,
Kane
Kane did
is
work
one
for
of them.
WCW for 1 match against Sting on an old episode of one of the syndicated shows. However, He also competed in the time the WCW was in the WWE invasion thing. So that would have been correct. And it is, by the way. Kane is correct. The other answer is Booker T.
I almost said Booker T too. Damn.
Booker T had a match on the ECW brand of WWE back in 2006. So,
Gotcha.
there you go. We figured that would get both you guys, but it was worth a shot.
That was also probably the most convoluted question in the history of the show.
Yeah, I really don't look forward to having you type that out on the screen, Greg, so sorry about that.
I'm not typing it all out. I condense all the questions.
I know you do. So, all right. So now we're back to Greg. Okay. Here we go. Which women's champion teamed with The Rock to challenge for the WWF Tag Team Championships in late 2001? 10 seconds. Go.
Chris Stratus?
That is correct.
I just want the record to show. That's the fourth one that I've known that Greg got first. Where I'm over here dying.
See? There you go.
Randomization of the questions. It gets you every
well, hopefully this one comes to you, Steven, because this is a on this day question, because as today's June 26th, those of you watching on demand later, which WWE Hall of Famer was introduced as the new commissioner of the WWE on this day 20 years ago? 10 seconds. Go.
20 years ago would have been, what is it, Shawn Michaels?
That is incorrect. That would have been 1998.
Right. Oh, my God.
Although Shawn's involved in this.
Right.
10 seconds, Greg. Go.
Mick Foley.
Hang on, my dog barked because she's a bitch. Say it again.
I said Mick Foley.
That is correct, and that makes 10.
Killed me.
So,
Killed me.
with a 10-0 for the first time this season,
Yes.
the winner and still the reigning, defending, undefeated, and disputed NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia Champion, Greg Cherry, and Mikey's throwing the stats at me. The first 12-question victory this season. You guys both only missed 2, which again, I'm not surprised at the cluster question you both missed, because that was kind of a train wreck. So, but the lingerie match was a technicality, but it is what it is. So, Steven, there you go. We finally got you a NoDQ broadcast, at least. I love it.
Hey, I appreciate it. Even though I went out there and underperformed, like I said, I'm still feeling all right. I'm still feel all right. I knew the Sheamus U.S. title one, so just didn't go my way. I knew a couple others, just didn't go my way. But Greg is the man. We all knew that going into it. I have no shame in losing to this man, and hopefully one day I have a chance to redeem myself and maybe get a couple of these questions right on my next showing. So that's all I can ask for, and I do appreciate you guys for having me on.
We appreciate you being on, Steven. Any plugs you want to throw out there to the NoDQ / Greg Cherry brand / WWF Network universe?
No, just just support NoDQ.com, support Jeff, support Greg, support all the people who take the time out of their day to bring you guys a little bit of content as far as professional wrestling goes. And if you happen to be a fan of mixed martial arts, I'm currently editing a new video for MMA on Point at the moment. So we got a lot of MMA content on YouTube, and my podcast is called Fight Talk. I do the live chat with Jessi. So keep your eyes out for that. But once again, it was an honor to finally be a part of this. I'm glad that even though, once again, big old goose egg, but at least I finally made an appearance for NoDQ.com in some way, shape, or form. So for that, I am grateful.
We are grateful you came on. Greg, the road to 1,000 marches on, sir.
It does. I'm a few defenses shy of getting there, but day 840 will be tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with the next defense. And also, Cindy, you're not alone anymore.
Yeah, that's it.
Cindy was the only person during this reign I've shut out, so now she's got company, Steven. And that's not a knock to you at all. I know how good you are. I see your stuff with Jessi, and you're both very knowledgeable. It's just once you sit in this seat, sometimes your brain turns to mush.
I've noticed that the brain freeze is real when you get in the big chair, man. I'll tell you, it's no joke.
And Jeff and I did this for an hour one time, so
I remember that one, like the multiple overtime.
No. Where we had the actual hour Iron Man match prior to WrestleMania last year.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. We scheduled that shit for an hour because we're crazy.
And between us, skip questions aside, we only missed 3 questions the whole hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one I probably completely spaced on that. I know I'm not the only one, though. I see it happen all the time. I completely forgot about the skip. I guess that would have been useful. But, I mean, you were getting them all anyway, so I don't know how much that would really help, to be honest. But yeah, guys, I appreciate it. And Cindy, if you're watching this out there, I'm glad that I was able to help you out a little bit so that you're not alone on the on Zero Island over here.
Of course, you're on the Greg Cherry brand on YouTube, so if you don't know you're here, you can't read, and you don't belong on the show anyway. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We will see you guys next time, 2 weeks from now, right here on the WWF.com Wrestling Trivia Challenge.